morning, children. We have completed chapter 3, force. So now from today we are going to start with a new chapter, chapter 4, that is energy. Now in this chapter we will discuss about various things here, especially work done and energy, different types of energy, and also machines, okay, different types of machines we will discuss in this chapter. So before we come to the word energy, first of all you'll understand about the term work. So before we start energy, let us discuss about the term work. Now why I am discussing this term work is work and energy, they are related with each other. So how they are related is, if you have got energy, you can able to perform work. If you have got more energy, more work you can do. If you have got less energy, less work you can do. If you don't have energy, no work can be done. So to do some work, energy is required or energy is needed. So depending upon the energy possessed in the body, you can able to do a work, either a difficult work or an easy work. So the work can be of various types. Okay, you can do a very difficult work also, and also an easy work also you can do. Okay, so before that, so let us discuss about the term work. Now work is defined when a force applied on a body produces a displacement. Or that means when a force is applied on a body, and that body, by applying a force, when that body it moves or it covers some distance or displacement, then we call as a work done. Okay. Now, if a force is applied on a body, but if that body does not move or if the body does not produce any displacement, so we cannot call the work is done. So, in order to do some work, the body has to produce some displacement. The body has to move from the state of rest. I'll give you one example. If a body is not moving, the body is stationary, or the body is in the state of rest. If we apply the force on that body, by applying a force also, if that body does not move, or if that body does not produce any displacement, or it does not cover any distance, then work is not done. Though you apply the force, but the body hasn't moved yet. So in that case, no work is done. So in order to do some work, the force has to be applied in the body. Without the application of the force, the body cannot move. The force has to be applied here, and by applying a force, the body has to move, or the body has to produce distance or displacement. Only in that case, the work is said to be done. Okay. And the other one is that in order to do a work, we need some device, and that device is a machine. Some of the work are very easy. Okay, you can use your muscular force to move that object or to do work. But some work are there, you have to apply a device, a machine, in order to perform or in order to do work. And some work are very easy, and some work are difficult or more heavy, more difficult. So one example I'll give you. Suppose you are standing at one place, at one corner, and your friend push a trolley, the empty trolley, towards you. Okay, that means the trolley is empty, and your friend drag or push the trolley towards you. Now your friend has done a work. Now why he has done a work is that he has applied a force on that trolley, and that trolley produces a displacement, covers the distance, and the trolley come near to you. And the work done by your friend is easy. So easy work is there. Okay, the work is easy by applying a less force. Your friend has just moved the trolley, the empty trolley, the unloaded trolley, we will say unloaded trolley towards you. But on the other hand, now your friend will start feeling some load here, books or stone or whatever. Okay, some load. Now the trolley is filled with a load or loaded trolley. Now in order to again bring that trolley, that loaded trolley towards you, more force is needed. But before that, less force is there, and the less force means the work done is also easy work. It was done. Okay, but now the same trolley, when it is loaded with some object, with a stone or books, okay, or some objects inside the trolley, it has been filled. The trolley has been filled some objects, some load. Now the same trolley, if your friend wants to push and bring it near to you or near your side, more force is needed. More force is needed. That means why more force is needed is that because the trolley is heavy, it is loaded, and by applying a less force, the trolley will not be able to move from the state of rest. So more force is needed in order to push the trolley and bring that trolley near to you. So therefore, in that case, what we find is that in one condition is there, less force is needed, okay, and other condition is there, more force is needed, okay, and in both the cases the work has been done here because the trolley has moved from one place to another. But there are some work are there which are very difficult to use your muscular force, your hand, okay, like opening a bottle, okay, opening the cap of a bottle, to cut a paper or a scissor, okay, to tie a nut or a screw, okay. So all these are some difficult work are there. So in that case, we need a machine. We need a machine. Some work you can do without using a machine, like pulling, pushing, okay, lifting, okay. But in some conditions are there, okay. If you want to perform some work like to open a bottle, to carry to carry more stone, like you can carry a stone with the hand also, okay. But how many stone you can carry? You can carry 1 or 2, not more than that, okay. But if you use a machine, you can carry more stones. Like example, a wheelbarrow. Okay, wheelbarrow is a machine which you can carry more load rather than carrying by your hand. Okay, so that means the work done also becomes faster. Okay, it also becomes easy in order while carrying the same stone or load with your hand. Okay, your hand gets hurt sometimes. Okay, it becomes heavy, so it becomes very difficult. But if you instead of using a hand by applying the muscular force, if the same load when you use a machine, then it becomes more easy and it becomes more faster. Okay, see, instead of carrying one stone, you can carry one stone. Hardly you can carry 1 or 2 stones. 2 stones, I mean to say. Hardly you can carry it, and you take that stone from one place to another, and you keep on doing that. Okay, in the first case you carry 2 stones, then again another time again 2 stones. Then you have to keep on doing the work. But if you use a machine, like I told you that wheelbarrow, okay, wheelbarrow is there, a machine. Now you can instead of 2 stones, you can load there 5, 6, 7, 8, depending upon the capacity. Okay, the size of the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow can be small or big. Okay, depending upon the capacity which the wheelbarrow can carry. So you can at one time you can carry 10 stones instead of 2 stones. So that means the work becomes faster also, as well as it becomes easier also. So therefore, some of the work is very difficult to perform, okay, by using a muscular force. So in that case, you will use a machine. And therefore, when we talk about the term machines, machines are the device which make our work easier and faster. So machines are the device, these are the tools which makes our work easier and faster. And there are two types of machines. One is a simple machines and other one is a complicated or complex machine. Okay, complex machines, simple machines like a hammer, a scissor, a pair of scissors, bottle opener, wheelbarrow, fishing rod, okay, then other one is plier, knife, all these are simple machines. And other complex machines are there. These complex machines are made by the combinations of two or more simple machines. That means in a complex machine, most simple machines are combined there. So therefore complex machines are tractors are there, okay, bicycles are there, okay, then again refrigerator, TV, all these are complex machines, okay, which runs with which runs, some of the complex machines runs with an electricity, with the current, with electricity. Some runs with a fuel, like vehicle is a complex machine, it runs with a fuel, petrol and diesel has to fill here. Okay, and other bicycle is also you have to apply muscular force, and the bicycle is using size as compared to that of scissor, a pair of scissor, a knife, okay, a wheelbarrow, bottle opener, all these things. So therefore, now this simple machines, or what are these simple machines? It is a mechanical device. Mechanical means which does a work. Okay, mechanical means which does a work. It is a mechanical device that increases the size of the force. It is a mechanical device that increases the size of the force or change the direction of the force. So it is a mechanical device, simple machine is a mechanical device which increases the size of the force. That means by applying a small force, huge amount of work is done. Okay, like for example, you take a bottle opener. In order to open a cap of a bottle, you take a bottle opener, by applying less force, you just keep it on the neck of the of this bottle, okay, you just pull it, the cap gets opened. So instead of using a hand, it becomes very difficult to open the cap of the bottle by using a hand or by using any other device. Okay, it may hurt your hand, okay, or fingers. So therefore, we use a very simple common device, that is a bottle opener. By applying less force, they can do a huge amount of work. That means the force applied on that machine is less, and the machine will do a large amount of work. So therefore, simple machine is a mechanical device which increase the size of the force. The size of the force will be increased or change the direction of the force. Either it can increase the size of the force, more force is given by the simple machine, or that simple machine can change the direction. So how do they change the direction? This is another example I will give you, a pulley. A pulley is a device, again another device is here. These pulley are used to draw the water or to lift the water from the well. Okay, and this pulley has got a groove. Groove means these are circular discs. This pulley is a circular disc, and there is this portion is known as a groove. Okay, groove ring, we call it as a groove, and on this groove there are the load amplitude force is applied. Okay, so there is a groove part here, this is known as the groove, and within the groove, the string or the rope will wind around it. One side you will pull the rope, other side there is a bucket, okay, and when you pull the rope, what will happen? The bucket will come up. So that means this pulley are used to change the direction. Okay, how to change the direction? First you lose this rope here or the string. Okay, you just leave the string or the rope. So what happens when you leave it? This another side of the string or rope, it goes down inside the well. Okay, and there is a bucket which is tied on the handle of the bucket. The rope has been tied here or string. Then this bucket will go down to the well. You fill the bucket with water, then you will pull it. That means you pull the rope downwards, and this string which is filled with the water will come up. So that means this force, we are applying a force here, and that force is the effort, and that force can change the direction. So that this is also a simple pulley. So therefore, simple pulley, what they can do is that these are the mechanical device which change the direction of the force, as well as it will also change the, it will increase the size of the force or change the direction of the force. It will change the direction of the force. How do they change the direction of the force? I gave you the example of a pulley. Okay, so pulley will change the direction of the force. And other device like a scissor, knife, a screwdriver, plier, hammer, okay, axe, all these are simple machine. Now they will increase the force. They will increase the force. That means by applying a small force, this machine will do a larger force, and therefore the work done will become easier also as well as faster also. So therefore, this is about the simple machine, and another one is the complex machine. Complex machine are the combinations of two or more simple machine. And the complex machine are the bicycles are there, tractors are there, vehicles are there. Okay, and even the electronic devices are there. Okay, like refrigerator, television, electric, all these are the complex machine. Okay, so this is about the work and the machines. And definition of machines also I gave you. Machines is a device which makes our work easier and faster. Now there are some terms which are some related. Now let us discuss with some terms related with the machine. Number one point is the fulcrum. 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 Now fulcrum, what is fulcrum is there. Now these are the terms which are associated with the machine, with a simple machine. So what a fulcrum is? Fulcrum is a point. It is a point on a simple machine. Okay, it is a point on in a machine which turns around a fixed point. Now this fulcrum is a fixed point in which the machine turns. Example I will give you, a pair of scissors. Okay, on the pair of scissors, you have seen a pair of scissors at the center, that means at the middle of the scissors there is a screw there. When you untie the screw, okay, what will happen? The two parts of the scissor will get separated, and they do not act as a scissor now. Okay, and it becomes very difficult to cut a paper or a cloth. So now these two parts of the scissor are joined at the middle, and there is one screw, some sort of screw is there. Okay, you can see the scissor also. You can see, maybe you have got at home. You just see where is the fulcrum, and then this fulcrum is located at the middle of the scissor. So therefore, this fulcrum, with the help of the fulcrum, is a point on the machine which the machine turns around a fixed point. So with the help of the fulcrum, when you apply the force, when you put the fingers on the handle of that scissor, when you move your hand, what will happen? The two blades of the scissor will move up and down like this. And this movement of the scissors because of the fulcrum. Because the fulcrum have joined the two parts of the scissor, and it becomes easy to cut clothes or a paper. So fulcrum, it is a point it is a fixed point, okay, on a machine which turns around that point. Okay, so these are about the fulcrum. And next one is the load. Next one is the load. The first one is the fulcrum. Okay, so fulcrum, and then after the fulcrum will come to the load. Load means the force exerted by the machine. When the machine will give a force to move the object, then we call it as a load. Example, again another example I will give you. You take again the same example I will give you, a pair of scissors and a cloth. If you want to cut a cloth, you first apply the force on the scissor. When you apply the force on the scissor, then only the scissor will apply larger force on the cloth or a paper, and the cloth or a paper will cut. Okay, now that cloth or a paper, consider that as a load. That is the load. Okay, and effort means a force. Effort is the force, and that effort will apply from your finger. When you move your finger, then you are applying a force on the scissor. Then the scissor will apply more force on the cloth or a paper, and therefore this cloth or a paper will cut on the desired shape. That means load means the force which are applied by the machine on an object. Okay, it is a force. Load is the force which has been applied or exerted by the machine on the object. So that means when the machine will exert a force on the object, that means machine is a simple pair of scissors, and object is the cloth or a paper. So the force exerted by the machine on the object, that is either on the paper or a cloth, now that we call it as a load. So load is the force exerted by the machine on an object. Okay, and fulcrum, it is the fixed point. It is a fixed point in the machine which it turns. Okay, and other one is the load. Load is the force exerted by the machine on an object. Then other one comes the effort. E-F-F-O-R-T, effort. Now what is effort is? Now this is the external force applied to move an object. Okay, it is an external force applied to move an object using a machine. So that means it is an external force applied to move an object by using a machine. So that means if you want to cut, example, again the same example, if you want to cut a paper or a cloth, a simple machine, that is a scissor, themselves they do not work. Remember that none of the machine will work by themselves. They will not work. You just take a scissor, keep it on the table, fold a hand and stand or sit. The scissor themselves will not cut a cloth or a paper. In order to cut a paper or a cloth, we have to take a scissor on the hand. You have to put fingers on the handles, okay, on the handle of the scissor. Then you will apply a force. Then only the scissor will cut. So that is, the scissor will cut a paper or a cloth only when the force is applied. So that force which has been applied on the machine, that is the external force. So therefore, effort means the external force, okay, applied to move an object. External force applied to move an object is known as the effort. So effort is the external force. Then the external force means the force which you apply, okay, from your hand on the machine, and the machine will be able to cut the cloth or the paper. Okay, so this is the effort. So effort is the external force applied to move an object, and load is the force exerted by the machine in order to move the object. So these are the terms which are related, and other one is the velocity ratio and mechanical advantage. So in the next class I will discuss about the mechanical velocity ratio and mechanical